Hi, my name is Barney, and this channel is all about transgender and crossdresser.
Hello, gorgeous Covernians. For our special episode for today, Miss J. Duell will share something. A few days ago, we featured this gorgeous transgender that is a proud hair care specialist and at the same time, a proud influencer in TikTok. Now, for today's episode, she will going to identify the life of a boy versus a life of a girl. I know that it sounds interesting, so prepare yourself. But before that, allow me to invite you to please consider to like, subscribe, share this one to all of your friends, and don't you ever forget to leave a comment below. Now prepare yourself right now as we listen to her. Watch this.
Here's what it's like to live as a boy versus living as a girl. Okay, hi, preface, I am trans, and this is my experience on what it was like to go through the world as a boy versus how it is going through the world as a woman. Preface, I transitioned when I was 15, so I really don't know what it's like to live as a grown man or anything. I was like a little teenage boy. But these are the different experiences of how it is to go through the world as a teenage boy versus being perceived as a woman. Whether or not you think that I'm a woman or not, that's fine. But debate or not, I do get perceived as a woman from people that don't know me. So this is what it's like. Also, this is just my experience as a trans woman. I will never know what it's like to be born and live as a biological woman. This is just my experience. I'm not taking any of your experiences away. So first, I guess we can just go through like the differences. It's honestly, you don't really think about it before, right? So when you're a boy, it's just like, you don't really have to think that much. It's whatever. I didn't really realize it would be different until after I transitioned and people, like strangers, started like seeing me as a girl. So to start off with like the funny stuff, I haven't opened a door for myself in a while. Like, you're always gonna have a door open for you. That was kind of weird at first. I was like, that's kind of odd. And it's also not too rare nowadays to have someone come up to you and be like, you're really pretty, like da-da-da-da, like, or like try to hit on you. Like, that's pretty regular. And I feel like as a guy, that really doesn't happen. So this is more of a serious note. It is a little scarier living as a woman. Like, you kind of have to be, you're on edge all the time. And you also have to be very aware of your surroundings. When you're a boy, you're not really aware of your surroundings at all because you don't have any reason to be. Some people are, I'm sure you're gonna fight me on that in the comments. As a woman, oh, I am doing this the whole time. You gotta watch out. There are creepy motherfuckers everywhere. I have had to keep my wits about me. I've been in a lot of weird, scary situations that I would not have been in if I was a man. So yeah, honestly, as a girl, you get treated with more respect from men. Sometimes. It depends. But a lot of the time, it's because you're a woman, the whole chivalry thing. I'm also from the South, so maybe that's why. They tend to respect you just a little bit more. Like, customer service is going to say ma'am and howdy and you're pretty and da-da-da-da. And they're going to be a little nicer to you. Versus when you're a boy, no one's really going to go out of their way to, like, be crazy nice to you or anything. But it's a respect in a different way. I feel like men are more respected in general, just as they live their life, for, like, their brain and their thoughts and what they can do, and they're just so smart and whatever. You're respected a little bit more as a woman because the men want you. You're respected because you're pretty. That's like literally it. They think you're stupid and you're like a little damsel in distress and you need every door held for you and you need help and, oh, are you okay? Do you need me to get from the top shelf? It's very that situation. But, I mean, I don't mind it. So it is what it is. The other thing that's different is sexism, which as a man you don't experience. When you become a lady, you're like, oh, some men just like hate us. Like when you're in public or whatever, they'll be like, you need to smile more, just like men you don't know. Especially like if I'm at work or something. I've gotten that a few times. Or I've gotten weird stuff like, oh, I like your skirt, I wish it was a little shorter. It's like, I don't know you. Like, that's fucking weird. You would never say that to a man. Like, just weird shit like that. Also, you're expected to play different roles as you're a man versus when you're a woman. When I was a boy, when you have like a job or something, you're expected to lift the heavy stuff. You're expected to do all like the manly stuff. Like if you're working with like a girl, you're expected to like take the lead and da-da-da-da and all that stuff. I was a little twink, so I really wasn't doing that. But you're expected to be that like manly figure, whether or not you are. So that is a little bit of like a societal pressure thing. And when you're a girl, you're expected to be feminine and cute and like all the time. And it's like, I'm also not that all the time either, bitch. I'm just as much of a strong girl as I was before I transitioned. But it's just like the roles that society puts on you that is just kind of weird. Another thing is friendships. When guys have friendships, it's so much different from when girls have friendships with other girls. When I never really had friends with like straight men, but when I was like younger, I did. When I was like, what, 13 or something? They're not very deep friendships. Like, you don't talk about much, like, except for like video games and this and that. And obviously I didn't really care about that, but I pretended because I was like, I guess these are my buds, so it is what it is. They're not really deep friendships. You'll talk about like girls here and there, but that's literally it. When you're a girl, you're not even friends. You are sisters. Like, you know everything about each other. Every conversation is deep as fuck. You have like the deepest, darkest conversation you've ever had. Like, you're so close to them. Friendships are a lot more intense as a girl, which is why everyone says that girls are like catty or dramatic, or like, you know, girls fight all the time. It's because we are very emotionally enthralled people. Like, our friendships are very close and like we have a lot at stake. Guys don't really have that. Like, that's why when guys will have like a best friend and it's like, yo, you know, I haven't talked to him in like 2 weeks, but like he's still my best friend, and it's like, what? Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I probably should have made notes and like made it. I can make a part 2 that's like actually like I have notes written down. That's just the thing that came to the top of my head first, of what it's like living as a boy versus living as a girl. It's just different ways that society treats you. I much prefer being a girl, even though it is a little bit scarier. But obviously I was meant to be a woman anyways. But yeah, that was the video. I hope that was kind of interesting for y'all. I didn't want this to be too serious or anything. It's just little interesting little things that you probably wouldn't think about if you weren't trans. So yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hi guys, this is Rika, and don't forget to
subscribe now to Barney Bear's channel. Anak ko yan.
Raise your flag.